two lessons I learned from the King's Speech video was that when the king was going to his therapies, I guess you can call them, with his instructor, he told him that it was a good idea to kind of like move around. So for example, when you are speaking in public, it gets hard when you just like stand there because you kind of freak out and don't know where to really look. So during one part, he kind of told him to rock his feet back and forth to kind of move around. Um, and this is relatable because I feel like when I'm doing presentations, when I'm just standing still, I kind of, even accidentally, like without thinking about it, I kind of move around, and I feel like that makes it easier even for me, instead of just standing still, kind of like looking at your papers or just moving a little bit. And then a second tip he gave him was to breathe and to take his time, to kind of take pauses when speaking. So for example, when he was talking through the radio and sending out that message, after every like sentence or every word that became difficult for him to speak, he kind of would stop and pause and then continue to kind of think it out in his mind. I think this is relatable because, for example, for us, when we have to give speeches, we have note cards. So once we feel like we're starting to become a little bit nervous, we kind of like cut ourselves off and kind of read a little bit of our note card and then continue. And it doesn't even sound bad because it kind of sounds like you're taking a pause between subject, or even based on your punctuation and stuff. So those are the two tips that I learned from the movie, and I feel like they are relatable because just like him, it is hard for us to talk in front of a crowd. Whether you're a king or an average person, it's still not something we're used to on a day-to-day basis. So the movie was very relatable personally for me as well, because it is very difficult for me to speak in front of people simply because I don't really like being the center of attention. And as a king, you become the center of everyone's attention and everyone looks up to you. So it's like kind of like when we present and we're the only ones up there, we feel just as nervous when everyone has their eyes on us.